Not a lot of updates to give you this week. I did a little bit of work on the front of the temple, and I'm going to wait a little while. We're going to take a couple days off and go down south and do some van touring. But I wanted to kind of walk you around and show you again where I'm doing this. And if you watched my original video where I conceived of the building of this temple, you remember I walked around the property, and I just wanted to show you the difference that a year makes and why this is even more important to me now. When we bought our property, we knew that we were living in logging country, and so we knew that there was a good chance that some of the trees would come down. We are living in a logging community. It's part of the thing of living in an area where trees are seen as a resource or a harvestable plant instead of an ageless, timeless forest. So protecting our own forest is even more important. When we moved in, the neighbors told us that their property was on a harvest schedule, and at the time they said that it would be, some 30 years before they harvested. And to the youthful mind, that seemed like an unfathomable amount of time. But here we are, nearly 30 years later, and harvesting has begun on the adjoining property to ours. So it's a little bit sad, and I feel it in my heart that what I'm doing is not only remembering the people who have been here, but the forest that once stood from time immemorial. Now granted, these forests have been harvested once before, or maybe twice before. Yeah, twice before. And in the short 150 years of our population here, we've seen trees come down and trees come up. 30 years ago, this was all open fields, so they do come back. But when they're gone, it leaves something of a heartbreak. So our property was fronted by 300 feet of forest to the south, and since I started building the temple, the harvest has begun over here. Where we once had a deep forest of 80-year-old trees, you can start to see the sunlight streaming through here. And where we had deep forest, we now have sunshine, which might be good, might change things. Well, my temple stands in memory of these and in hopes that they come back.